Hello, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena Valdez. I am an intuitive tarot reader and an intuitive astrologer. I am here today to do your timeless love reading. And that means that whenever you stumble upon this reading, that is when it is meant for you to watch it. All right, Virgo, let's get started. We are going to keep it simple here today. We're going to start off with the major challenge in your love department currently, along with how the other is viewing you and also how you're viewing them. And we'll finish off with an advice. Actually, we're going to finish off with a question at the end. So start thinking about a question that you would like a yes or no answer to. And that's how we will end the reading. I'll pull a card to tell you whether it's a yes or no. Okay, Virgo, let's begin with the major challenge in your love department, at the time that you find this reading. What is the major challenge? Okay, we have the World, we have the World, Four of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. I'm already feeling long distance here. I'm feeling long distance communication, long distance relationship. I'm also feeling, if it's not a long distance situation, I'm also feeling that one of the major challenges may be that either you or the other has been traveling quite a bit, or maybe working on something either internationally or something that's keeping them away from the connection for a bit. And so the challenge here is merging that busy travel, whether it's because it's long distance or they're working so much and they're off working and doing whatever it is they're doing. I just also got that the traveling that someone may be doing may not necessarily be physically traveling to somewhere else, but it may potentially be that you're working with people who are from other parts of the world. So probably because they're on YouTube or they're on social media or they're teaching courses to people from like all over the world potentially. And that is sort of in the way, it's sort of giving maybe a little too much rest than you would like in the love department here. So whether it's on your side or their side. Potentially this can also be that you're not actually able to have any type of connection romantic because there's a lot of traveling happening or a lot of dealing with teaching people abroad, whether it's online or what have you. And therefore the love department is sort of taking a back seat right now. But there's definitely like smack in the middle, visually the way I see this, smack in the middle of the World and the Queen of Cups, there's this impasse, and the impasse is the Four of Swords. So there's this like feeling of I can't do both at the same time, or there's an actual separation between the two. Okay, so let's see how they are viewing you, dear Virgo. And now here's the thing with how they are viewing you. It can literally be someone that you are actually actively currently thinking about, someone that you're with, someone that you're dealing the situation with, or it can be someone that maybe you're not even aware is interested in you. So just keep an open mind with that. All right, dear Spirit. How are they viewing our beautiful Virgo here during this timeless reading, or when they come to this timeless reading? Okay, so we have the Tower in reverse, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Fool. So they are viewing you as someone who does not want to take a chance in being a little bit more open-minded. So it's almost as though, because the Fool and the Tower are both facing into the Four of Pentacles here. So it's almost like hitting a wall. Like that's the way they're feeling with you. It's almost like, and it can be twofold, right? Like it can be, they're viewing you as someone who is closed off to adventuring with them potentially. And maybe this is because you're busy working, you're focused, right? And so they're seeing you as somebody who's not really open to the adventure. See, this is the visual here. If this was the case, if the Fool was in this position, I would be saying something different. But because it's facing into the Four of Pentacles, and then you have the Tower in reverse, you know, because the tower upright is excitement, right? It's liberation. It's letting things come undone that don't necessarily serve you anymore, right? And sometimes it's because we make that happen, and sometimes because the universe just smacks us with it. And when it's in reverse, it means that it's not, the tower's not being allowed to happen. The chaos, the adventure, the electrical zestness is not being allowed to happen. And with the Fool here, so both the Tower and the Fool are intersecting here with the Four of Pentacles. So they're viewing you as someone who's like, and quite literally, I feel like physically, like you're also physically, like they're seeing you as someone who's not physically opening up. Now remember, this is just their perspective. It doesn't mean that this is what's happening. Let me make that clear. It doesn't mean that this is actually how you are doing things, okay? It can just be that this is their interpretation of things, so how they are interpreting your actions to be. But so far, what I'm getting from this is that they're seeing you as someone who is closed off to an adventure. Either the adventure is with them, like literally getting this off the ground and moving forward with them, or literally going away to an adventure with them, or just having fun and being lighter, right? Like they're seeing you as someone who's not really open to that. Let's clarify. The King of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so it's almost like, so first of all, they're seeing you a bit, remember, this is how they're viewing you. With the King of Swords, this can come across as very standoffish or too much in your head, right? And right next to the Seven of Cups, that can be paired, that right together pairs indecision. That means there's an indecision of what direction do I go? Like in the head, so cerebral, so intellectual that you're overthinking. Remember, this is how they are viewing you. It doesn't mean that this is actually what's happening. I keep repeating that because I am already sensing that there is a misinterpretation. I'm just feeling that energetically. I think that there may be, and this is just intuitive hits that I'm getting, I do feel like there is a sense on their behalf, they're not quite getting you, and instead you're being misunderstood. That's what I'm picking up. And the way that you're being misunderstood or misread is as somebody who's greedy with their time, their body, their energy, their physicality, their expression of self. And they're viewing you as someone who's a lot in your head, and maybe a bit too stern and a little too bitchy, for lack of a better word. And in that cerebralness, there's a lot of like indecision and lack of just relaxing, right? With the Page of Cups here, clarifying the Fool, it's just feeling sort of like you're not quite ready to go to a deeper level. It's like the beginning stages of being interested in someone or something. All right, That's on their side. Let's see how you're thinking. Let's see how you are viewing the situation or how you are viewing them. Oops. How is Virgo viewing the situation? Okay. You got the Lovers, you got the Empress, and you got the Nine of Wands. So this is so funny because you're sort of like, cool, there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity that can be harmonized with the ruler of Venus here, with the Empress, who is representing Venusian themes here, which is all things love. And then you also have the Lovers, but the Lovers can also potentially represent a Gemini, but I'm not getting that this is about a Gemini here. Maybe it is for maybe a very small percentage of you. But the way you're viewing the situation is like, you're waiting, you are a little boundaried, but not the way you're being viewed. The kind of boundary that you are here is like you're waiting to see if this person is going to treat you correctly. Like you're sort of like, all right, let's see. Are you able to treat me like the amazing Empress that I am? Because there is interest in here. There's interest. You have the Lovers card. They don't have anything yummy like that on their side other than the Page of Cups, which tells me maybe the reason they're reviewing you not completely ready or a little closed off is because they're kind of showing up short here. And I don't mean height-wise. I mean like they're showing up short in what they have to offer. Like they're not, and I knew it. Like I felt like there was a misinterpretation or like, I felt that very early on, like they weren't quite viewing you properly. So you're not being dismissive and you're not being like too cerebral and overthinking. No, quite the opposite. You're sort of like, I'm just going to chill here. And yeah, I'm going to be a little on guard, but I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see if this person knows how to step it up, how to show up. I'm starting to feel like maybe you're just on a different level, meaning maybe you're more evolved than this individual. Maybe you're more secure. I'm starting to think that maybe this individual that you're dealing with has some anxious attachment where you're more, maybe you're a little avoidant, yeah, but there's more secure, a secure attach. I'm feeling more secure here from your behalf. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So you're mirroring it back. So the Lovers is clarified by the Eight of Swords. So this can potentially be a Gemini you're dealing with or an air sign. I'm feeling more Gemini though. And you did get the Four of Pentacles. And remember, they have the Four of Pentacles there. So what that tells me, when you have the same card on both sides, it means that you're both viewing each other that way, right? So they are viewing you as somebody who's not quick to share of yourself. And you're also viewing them in that way, but the reason you're viewing them that way is because there's something about their energy that's a little frazzled with the Eight of Swords there. There's something about their energy that feels kind of like, again, I keep getting anxious. I keep getting anxious energy. And so with the Four of Pentacles clarifying the Empress, yeah, you are a little bit guarded, but not for the reasons that they may potentially think you're being guarded. And the Nine of Wands here is clarified by the Sun. And that basically is saying, hey, I'm just guarding my energy because when I give, I give. So you're protecting your pure essence. That essence, it's like you know that you're somebody who, once you're in it, you're going to spill it. You're going to give it all, right? And look at this beautiful image of the sun. Like she's literally spilling out her heart, out of her heart. And so because you know you are capable of giving so much, Virgo, you are indeed a little bit guarded, but not for the reasons that they may think. And there is some anxious, weird anxiousness going on this side that may potentially turn you off, really, like if it continues much longer. I also feel like you're not getting a clear indication here. Like one of the reasons that you're sort of not moving forward is I don't think this individual knows how to really pave the way or like open the door. It's like they want you to come in the door, but they haven't quite opened the door yet. So like, what do you want me to do? Like run into the door and hit myself while I try to get in it? Like you got to open the door for me to go in it, right? And so I feel like there's a little bit of that. I feel like there's sort of like, well, he or she is not coming in. And you're like, well, yeah, you haven't opened the door. You haven't invited me in. So why would I just run into the door like a dum-dum, you know? So anyway, I'm getting really mad for you right now because it's like they should know better than that. They should know better. Anyway, let's see what the advice is, dear Virgo. What is the advice for Virgo in this matter? All right. I was only going to ask for all right, let's see. Let me see what this is. Okay, so it ends your advice with the Five of Pentacles. So let me tell you what you got. You got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You got the Queen of Swords in reverse. You got the Star upright. Now, typically, I only take 3 cards for this part, but you got 5. You got the Ace of Wands, and you have the Five of Pentacles. So a couple of things here. Some of you are, the beginning when we first started and we're talking about the challenge, and the challenge is some of you might be working too much, or someone's working too much, or traveling too much, right? One of the advice here is like not to get so, sometimes we're so busy in our careers or in our projects, whatever it is that we have going on, that sometimes we don't have time to go out and meet people, right? And you're kind of left dealing with whoever just shows up and starts pursuing. I hate to say it that way, but that's the thing, right? Where sometimes you're just busy. You don't have time to be on the apps. You don't have time to go and meet somebody, or you don't have time to go to a festivity to meet someone, or go through that blind date that your friend wants to set you up on. So you end up entertaining a situation that maybe is not the best situation for you because they're just there because you're busy. So what this is saying is it's going to very much benefit you to unplug a little bit from this. There's this feeling here that you've been going with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. There's a feeling here that you've been on, there's a term for it. It's like highly independent, but there's a term, it's like hyper independent. That's what I want to say. It's like you've been in this place where you've been so hyper independent. And this situation isn't really being helpful to you. And it's made you bitchy. I'm sorry, male or female, whether you're male or female, it's made you not nice, right? And you want to be at peace here, right? So the advice here is that you may benefit from pulling away a little bit from that hyper independence for a little while and going more into your receptive zone of trusting that things will work out, that you don't have to work so hard, that you don't have to do so much. And that pulling away from that stress will help you also see what's happening in this situation a little bit clearer. Okay? And there's also a bit of an urgent message here with the Ace of Wands paired with the Five of Pentacles. Being careful that you don't put energy, the Ace of Wands, into the Five of Pentacles energy. And this can quite literally be someone with Mercury and Taurus. Okay, because that's what this card symbolizes. It symbolizes a person who has their Mercury and Taurus, which is funny because I actually have my Mercury and Taurus, but it's not me. They're not talking about me. So but here's why Mercury and Taurus in this situation is so important. Because Mercury represents what we talk about, right? Or what we think about. And Mercury and Taurus represents what we talk about when it pertains to our tangibles and our money and what we think about when it comes to our tangibles and money. And there's something about this situation that doesn't pour into your life in a positive mindset when it comes to Mercury and Taurus themes. Okay? And that's why that Five of Pentacles needed to come out next to the Ace of Wands, because it's warning you not to allow this energy to put you in that space of thinking negatively. Maybe you work a lot, and maybe the reason instead of them interpreting you, because remember, there's a misinterpretation here of how they're viewing you. So maybe they're not viewing you as this amazing independent person who's just trying to get their ducks in a row. Instead, they're viewing you as somebody who's a workaholic. Like it's like there's something not as positive. It's not negative either, but it's not positive. Like right now, you need someone to just pours into you positively. I hope that makes sense. And I think it will for those of you that this resonates for. And now think of the yes or no question that you had in mind. Yes or no question that you had in mind. Ask the question. I'll pull a card. I'll tell you if it's yes or no. All right, for Virgo, is it yes or no? Let's see if that was the card. I'm going to put it back in because it didn't feel like it was the card. Make it clear, Spirit. Is it yes or no for Virgo? Make it clear. That was clear. It's a yes. Your answer is a yes. And the yes is by way of the Strength card. So that means that you may have to tame someone or something, or be the bigger person in whatever this question that you asked, the yes. It's about doing it gently with love. Also, taming the beast, if you will, with love and self-assuredness, and standing in your secure space. And I do feel a loud theme of staying in your secure attachment or in your stable way of doing relationship and doing life, because there is an energy that's a little anxious, that doesn't get what you're doing. And you don't want that to pull you down. Okay, that's all for now, beautiful Virgo. I hope this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I greatly appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you here soon again. Bye.